Morning, guys. Good afternoon if you're in the eastern parts of the world, and good good night if you're at the western parts of the world and stuff like that. I just wanted to start off and tell what my story is to everyone. I know I'm a very small screen right here, but I would just want to just start off with my story here about what happened last night. So I know you guys may be wondering why I'm speaking like this, or maybe you might think I'm a bit down or something, but I'm not upset or anything. I'm just a bit devastated because last night I had a rough night, a very rough night, and I will speak to my story about this. So let's get on with my story. So basically, about 5:20 p.m. I went with a family member of mine to the doctors and just checked with my GP and stuff like that, and they thought my heart rate was high and my oxygen levels were low, and they said I had to go to an A&E. Now NHS, I know it's the National Health Service that's in the UK. Like we have that give us hospitals and stuff like that. It's like a free service who give us doctors and stuff like that. And then I had to go to an A&E, which is A&E is like an emergency. If you live in the UK, if you guys live in the UK, you know what an A&E is in most hospitals and stuff like that. For those who don't know, who don't live in the UK, A&E is like a place where you can go for emergency purposes, like if you're depressed, or if you hurt yourself, like if you've got an injury, or if you're sick, or whatever it is, you like very badly, you would have to go to an A&E or hospital basically. And I sat there for like 8 hours that night with a family member of mine, and I took blood tests. I'll prove it here. Here, this thing here proves that I went to A&E, and they put this on me and all that, and went through it and stuff like that. I would like to prove. I know you might not like to see it, but I have to show as evidence. That is my blood test here. Just wanted to show a bit of my blood test that I did that night. And what the cause was that I was getting a left calf kind of pain, like a cramp. I didn't know it was a cramp, and eventually I got stressed, and I thought I was panicking. I was panicking that night, the 2 nights before, thinking I might have damaged something in the body or something, and eventually I did not, and they said it was just a cramp. And I just want, and I've witnessed so many problems that night. So many things that happened that night. I witnessed someone who had cuts on his face. I think he went out drinking, and I think it was with his mum, I think. And then a second person collapsed in the waiting room because he had a seizure and all that, and it was terrible. And even the patients took very long, but I had to wait that long for 8 hours to get my turn for a doctor. So it started off with 7 people, then it went down to four people, and then I was like, why am I sitting so long to like mostly in A&E you mostly sit there for like 2 hours and then you're gone, right? But it took 8 hours that night. I stayed up from 5:20 p.m. to 2 a.m. in the morning. It was awful. I know I sound devastated and I feel tired and all like this, but it's just that I don't just want, I think I just don't want to do that type of thing like that again, like go through A&E like that again and all like that. And I think I need to give a word out to about something here, but this is the word I want to say. To the government of the United Kingdom and to the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Boris Johnson, if you're listening, you have to help your doctors and your nurses in NHS. But the problem is, why are you not letting your patients being helped and they have to be sat there for 8 hours? There were 20 people waiting for a doctor and they sat there since 9 hours in A&E. This is ridiculous. I mean, I just don't get the fact that, I know I'm not upset with the government or upset with, you know, Boris Johnson or whatever. I'm just a bit devastated that I went through a night. I'm autistic, by the way. I'm just autistic, but I'm not going through 8 hours straight at night to get myself a doctor and stuff like that. I mean, I'll tell you what I've been doing. Blood tests. I checked my heart rate. They checked my heartbeat, see if it was normal and everything was fine. Had an x-ray vision just to check if my lungs were okay. Everything was fine. I was healthy and stuff. But the problem is, I was so worried, and my family was worried as well, that they could have thought I was in a hospital bed and stuff like that. And I didn't want to end up being in A&E and being in the hospital that night, because it was just terrible. I just couldn't experience what was going on. But from that night, I will never forget it. And NHS, I hope you help people who don't sit there for hours and hours and hours. You have to help people that need their help on a minute notice. Like, on a minute notice. Don't just sit there for hours and do nothing. Just help them. Help them. We're here for you to get helped. We need your help. But what I witnessed last night was the worst night of my life. I had to check if I didn't have a heart attack or something like that, a sign of a heart attack or anything. So, and for Boris Johnson, at first I gave a chance to see what you would do. I'm not upset with you or anything, I'm just devastated. But you need to help the NHS. We need a lot more doctors, we need a lot more nurses to get help. Patients have been waiting for help, and you're not helping it. You're causing problems for everyone. You're saying, oh, we'll put less doctors and less nurses in so we can get patients with more help. No, that doesn't work. More doctors, less work. That's what it is. More nurses, less work. That's what people would go through. But if you put less doctors and less nurses, it's going to be more. It's going to be more work and less amount of people who are working there. And you need to understand this, Boris Johnson. If you're listening to this, I know you can't understand what I'm trying to say, but this is what you're doing to people right now. I saw a man who just had cuts on his face, and he was drunk, and he wasn't drunk, but it looked like he was he had been drinking after he might have like blacked out or something, and he might have had cuts on his face and everything. It was real blood cuts and like glass cuts, and I saw a man collapse with a seizure, and that frightened me. And I saw people in hospital beds, I saw people sitting down, and people were waiting for hours and hours and hours to get a doctor immediately and stuff like that. I had to wait that long as well, and it was the worst night I ever had. So yeah, I don't want to see this again anymore. Like, no more. I don't want to see it anymore. And I hope the NHS understands what I'm knows this as well. I know you can understand what my health is at right now, but I'm okay and everything and stuff like that. I'm just a bit devastated and just a bit stressed about what's been happening from that night. Anyways, I'm gonna take a break from this, and I just want everyone's thoughts about this and see if there's anything that's been going on. So I want you guys to think about this and just let me know, and let everyone else know about this, because I want my story to be told everywhere. I want the NHS to know what has happened to me that night, and I want Boris Johnson to know this as well. I'm not saying I'm against him. I'm not into politics. I'm not into anything or like that. But I just want him to understand what's been going on with my health that night. Anyways, guys, I'll see you within after Christmas, or maybe I might come back after Christmas and stuff like that once I've rested this all down and stuff like that. And yeah, I will see you then. Have a great Christmas if I'm not here. So if I don't return, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year as well. If I'm not on. So yeah, see you.